Hello, welcome. In this quick video, I just want to give further depth to the introduction to my card games. So I have solitaire games, games you play by yourself, or games you can play with other people. So I'll start with a solitaire game. This is an easy one called Sage Try. And in the deck, oh, it's backwards. Great. Anyways, so in the deck, there's a master deck with an M for advanced playing, or just simple playing with the colored and numerical deck. So what you try to do is you hold this in your hand, you hold this deck in your hand, and you flip. The first one is a 50, so you know it's going to be a 50. And then you flip a second time, and you know it's going to be a 50. Now you want to shuffle these, so these probably have not been shuffled properly. And then the third one, so the next card I'm going to lay, the next card I'm going to lay is a 50. So in this game is the third card of a sequence going to be over or under. So this is the 50 sequence. So right now I'm attacking with 26, I'm attacking with 9, so that's 35. So will this card be 15 or more? I'm going to say it's going to go over. So it's under. So 26 plus 9 is 35. Plus 13 is 48 or so, or 47, 48, 47 around there. So it's under 50. So then this goes into the reject pile. I have to redo this one. So the next card is a 10. So I'll put a 10 down. Put this over here. And the next card is another 10. So will the third card be over or under? So this one's easier math, obviously. So this is just hit points are 10. And you're attacking with 6. So 5 and 1 is 6. So will this next card be over or under 10? I'll say it'll be over. So it's under. So I'm wrong again. And so on and so forth. And you just play like that. So you have 10s, you have 25s, you have 5s, you have 25s, and so on and so forth. And that's just a general introduction. And then, so it's a rule of 3. So first card, second card is the third card that matches the sequence when you over or under. And then you either, it goes into your finish pile, or you have to redo it and reshuffle it when you've depleted the original deck. So this is a master deck, so it's the same cards, so it's the same setup with the character, but everything is mixed up. So you got 25s, 5s, 10s, 25s, so, and it's all gray. There's no numerical and there's no coloring, so it's sort of a guessing game for sure. So that's Sage Try. The next solitaire game that I have is called Sage Hero. Now, the object of this game is to get the treasure and maintain it. So you want to sort of use the 4 corners. So you want to put this in up here like this. That's your treasures. And you can usually use a larger spread, but just for explanations, we're going to show it pretty tight. And then here's the health. And then here is your combos and attacks. So what you want to do first is you want to reveal an enemy, and you want to collect 3 treasures, and you want to have 5 health. And then you pick up 7 cards. I'll just grab 7. I have a 7, and you can see that they're suited. So you got Tom Trueblood, Ultha, Tom Trueblood. You can sort of suit them together. So you can do combos. So the way I have it now, see Tom Trueblood, Ultha, TCD, TCX, DC I think is guy's name. And so the first enemy is 1 hit point. So then I just go in and I can use one punch. I can one punch him, and then I get another card, and you reveal another enemy, and so on and so forth until you go through 5 bosses. And then once you've done that, then once you've reached the 5th boss and you've successfully defeated him, then you go through your treasure. You pick a treasure that's the highest value or whatever is more valuable to you, and you put it up here. And the whole idea is to get the highest treasure. You just sort of put this aside. So I'm going to choose this and put it aside, and I'll put these in the discard. Start a new round. So I'll put this in the discard, and then 5. And then you use your combos. 5. So 5, and then you're supposed to choose 3 treasures. So this happens to be the highest treasure. So if I successfully make it through to the through 5 enemies, then I put this up here, and then you can in advance you can defend it, or you can just call it a game. So once you have this up here, you win the game. Once you choose it, you win the game. Or if you want a more difficulty, then you have to defend it. So then you have to go through 5 more bosses successfully, and then you defend it and you win the game. And some of the future rules that I'm working on are with each round, the bosses get +1. So the first round is 0, so it's just natural. The second round, this would be hit points of 2, attack points of 2. And the third round, this would be hit points of 4, attack points of 4. So you add 0, 0, and then the second round is 1, third round is 2, and so on and so forth to make the game more challenging. For sure, that's more for advanced, but you can just play it as it is and just play through it. So that's Sage Hero, just a quick introduction. So it's sort of a 4-corner game. Try to randomly find the treasure before the game gets too difficult. You can use suited combos. So by suited combos, I mean with the characters, you can use more than one of their attacks, but only one player. So you can use two punches from Tom Trueblood, for example, or a special throw and whatever else. So you can add up to quite a bit. And those are for my solitaire. So this one's called Cycle. So this one basically has fire, earth, and water, and you play with 2 players. So you shuffle, you put 5 cards in one person's hand, and 5 cards in another person's hand. So 5 cards versus 5 cards. You go through your hand and you pick 3, and you put 2 down. So I'll choose these 2. So this player will just choose their 2. So there's 3, and you line them up. For the attacker, left is first. So I'm attacking first. Let's see if I can get this in here. So these go in the discard. You don't have to look at them. So I'm first on this side. So I would attack with earth. They would defend with water. Water is stronger than earth, so they would defend. Second attack, I would attack with earth. These just nullify. And the third attack, I would attack with water. And they would defend with fire. And because water is stronger than fire, I would get a point. So you can just mentally keep points, or you can just run through the game. You basically just go 5 cards to each player, cut it down to 3 cards. So you start with 5 cards, cut it down to 3 cards, and then choose your order, and the attacker goes first. So you choose the attacker. Usually, to choose the attacker at the beginning of the game, the first person to get a red, now these are both reds, so you do it again. You pick a card from the top, and the person that gets a red card gets to go first. So we're just still going through the order. So yeah, so that's pretty simple. So you determine the order by first person to get a red card gets to go first. They get to be the attacker, and you get dealt 5 cards each. You trim it down to 3 cards, and then you line it up left to right for the attacker, and you just use the laws of nature, where water beats fire, fire beats earth, and earth beats water. So the next multiplayer game, you can play 2 players. It's called War Chaos Battle. Video's getting pretty long, so you can either be a monster, or you can be a hero. And here's the treasure. There's the treasure. So then one person picks this side, one person picks that side. You put the treasure in the middle. You pick 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can see with the monster, see these, there's numbers in the top right. So what you want to do is you want to call a number that you think, you call a number between 1 and 5 that you think your friend might have. So say I'm on this side with the monsters, and I have these cards here, and I say I choose 2. My opponent would go through their deck, and they take the 2s, and they put it out, and say they chose. So you would sort of choose at the same time, and say they chose 5. I have no 5, so I discard my hand. They discard their hand, and they have 1 attacker, so they get the treasure, and so on and so forth. I think there's 22 golds, or 22 gold cards. So whoever gets the most gold card wins. So basically, you just a quick intro. You just deal 5 cards each. You shuffle, deal 5 cards each with the monster, 5 cards to the hero, and you call a number that you think your opponent doesn't have. And if they have that number, they put the corresponding the number in the top right there. They put that card down. So if I called a 2, I was a hero. My opponent is a villain, would put down a 2, and they called a 3. Then I'd have to put down a 3. So just a quick intro. So it's sort of a guessing game. So you sort of guess your opponent's cards. That's War Chaos Battle. So the final game that I'll do, because it's already going on for 14 minutes, is Wheel. And I have other games, other solitaire games. They're a little bit more complex and require a setup. So this is Wheel. So basically, it's the color wheel. So black, white, brown. There's no gray yet, and there's red, yellow, blue, and the complementary colors. So the way we're playing now is we're playing hands of 5, but instead of dealing cards to each player, the first player, so you can just choose a player, or the first person to get a red card gets to go first again. So the point of the game is to win the game by getting 5 red cards in your pot, or 5 yellow cards in your pot, or 5 yellow cards in your opponent's pot, or 5 blue cards in your opponent's pot. So red cards are points for you. Blue cards are points against your opponent, and yellow cards can act as either red or blue. And so I'll draw a hand here. So browns are wild, and to do a combo, so I'll just flip the deck here to, if I had a red card and I want to lay it down with the blue card. So say I had this in my hand where I had a red card and a blue card, I would have to have a purple card. So I would take the red card for myself, add the blue card as a point against my opponent, and put down the purple card to link them together, or just go red, purple, blue, and so forth. With if you had red and yellow, so I want to put 2 red points, I'd have to use an orange card. So that's just a quick introduction to Wheel. All right, thanks for coming out and looking at some of my card games. All right, see you later.